What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World, so let's talk. You know how we do it, so let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of Jay Topics. All right, y'all, we are back. And guess what? Dababy is apologizing. Oh yeah, he's apologizing, y'all. The full-on apology tour has officially started. Now, I cannot dismiss the two half-hearted apologies that he gave prior to this latest one. But before I address that, let me read you this. Social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. As a man who's had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. I appreciate people who came to me with kindness, who reached out to me privately to offer wisdom, education, and resources. That's what I needed, and it was received. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ+ community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, and I know education on this is important. Love to all. God bless. They're hitting that bag, aren't they? Oh yeah, they are actually hitting that bag. Let me tell you something. Since this debacle has happened, Dababy has been canceled from 4 major concerts. Oh yeah, 4. I mean, and these are like major ones with other major artists, okay? And this is where we are right now with this whole thing. Here's the thing. I know in social media and across the board, people love people that keep it real. People, I keep it 100. I keep it this, I keep it that. And, and I can even say people have actually said that about myself. People do like that aspect about me when I get on J Topics and I keep it real and I say what I want to say. We all have freedom of speech, but you have to know this. Even in keeping it real, you have to remember, keeping it real can have its consequences. But what Dababy did was not just keeping it real. Dababy just kept it flat out ignorant. He kept it homophobic. He kept it misogynistic. It was just ridiculous what this young man did, okay? He is the perfect example of just being young and stupid and full of himself. And he's also a narcissist and he's just extremely arrogant. And again, they are hitting him in his pockets. People are not playing about this stuff. You cannot be a homophobe in 2021 and think you're going to get away with it. Now, I'm no big fan of cancel culture. No, I don't like cancel culture. However, I do believe in accountability culture, and this man was held accountable. Just like these preachers. That's right, I'm talking about these preachers in these churches around the country that stand up in the pulpit and make homophobic statements. They will be held accountable. Everybody must be held accountable for the filth and trash that comes out of their mouths. Period. Anybody can get that smoke. Anybody. And Dababy is no different. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think Dababy has learned his lesson? Do you think he's really, really sorry? Not so much on my end, but I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. Next, I want to talk about Simone Biles. Now, guys, I wanted to make a video about Simone last week when all of this stuff was going on with her, but I had to just really sit back because I really wanted to see just how this whole thing was going to play out. I know a lot of other bloggers or vloggers or however you put it on YouTube. They've already made their videos and they've expressed their opinions. I've seen personal friends of mine on Facebook, on Instagram. They've expressed their opinions. But I'm one of those people that, again, before I rush to judgment, before I rush to say anything, I love to just get a full understanding and education on this whole thing. Now, you guys know I've been very transparent with my own, well, certain aspects of my family. You know, I have a sister that is no longer here. For many, many years, she dealt with mental illness, and I know just how serious this thing is. So when I heard about Simone Biles, I'll be honest, the human side of me sort of got off into my feelings a little bit, and I really didn't know how to feel about Simone when I first heard this, because I was like, well, hold up, you know what? She's a black woman. She's strong. We're black people. We've had to face adversity since slavery, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, rolling with things and in difficult situations is just something that black people do, you know? That's just something that we do. But then I was like, you know what, Jay? Check yourself. And I had to check myself, and I had to check how I felt, because at the same time, yes, I come from greatness. Yes, I come from kings and queens. Yes, I'm an African-American male. And yes, my people are strong, but we're also human. So I had to sit back, look at Simone and everything that she's going through, and reconnect to it. And I really do now fully understand why this young woman had to do what she had to do. Not only was it best for her mental health, but this was also best for her physical health. Because like she so eloquently put it, you know, as an athlete, doing everything that she has to do, you know, getting on the uneven bars and the balance beam, and, you know, doing those tumbles and flips and doing the vault. You literally have to mentally be in the game. Because if you're not mentally in the game, one false move, one crooked turn or whatever, she could hurt herself forever, you know? She could damage her body, you know? She could become paralyzed, or God forbid, she could even die. So I do truly understand Simone in that aspect. I totally get it. And I commend her for just taking a step back and really understanding what she had to do for her own mental health as well as her physical health, you know? And again, this is just pushing forward the conversations that we need to have as a country about mental illness, you know? And I believe it was my last J Topics, I spoke about Britney Spears and what she's doing right now. Y'all, these are conversations right now that we're just needing to have. And I'm very thankful for it. So I do want to thank Simone Biles for doing what she had to do. You know, I know there are some people that still don't like it, whatever. Fine, you don't like it, that's all on you. But I commend her for doing what she needed to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's literally saving her life. So yeah, so I don't know, what do you guys think? How do you feel? Do you feel that Simone Biles really made the right move, you know, for her mental health? And also, guys, I just want to say that as an African-American female, how huge is this? This is now making black people, this is making black people have these uncomfortable conversations about mental illness that we need to have. You know, yes, we're strong people, like I said before, but we're also human as well. So yeah, so we are definitely having some conversations. And y'all really talk to me down in the comments. I want to know how you feel about Simone Biles. Do you feel that she made the right decision? Do you feel that black people really, really need to see this? I mean, yes, granted, the entire country needs to see this, but I'm talking about black people specifically right now, because I know as an African American, we have our own views of mental illness, and I know we don't necessarily like to talk about it. So yeah, you guys, let me know how you guys feel. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section. All right, so next I want to talk about Alfonso Ribeiro. Y'all know Alfonso Ribeiro from Fresh Prince. Okay, all right. Look, I love that Carlton dance. All right, enough of that. Okay, so anyway, so what I want to, okay, so Alfonso Ribeiro, he did an interview. I forget I'm sorry guys, I'm running a blank right now. I forget the name of the show, or I know we're all doing this right now due to the pandemic, so a lot of news sources just aren't having face-to-face live interviews. But anyway, so he was on this show And, he was asked about the Fresh Prince. He was asked about his relationship with his co-stars, and that whole thing or whatever. And I guess the subject of race came up. And Alfonso Ribeiro, he told the person that was interviewing him that he feels that the black community does not accept him. He feels ostracized by the black community. He feels that he's not black enough for us, for all of the black people, and he goes on to, give examples and say how, he was never invited to the BET Awards. And he also said, he accepts people for whatever world they want to live in. He breaks it down how he lives in his world, and his world is mixed, and, black people live in their world, and he also shares that world. And he also says something that was very, very interesting to me. He said that he supports a racist. If a racist wants to live in the world that they want to live in, he's accepting of that as well. Yeah, that's what he said. So I know, what, I saw this interview and there were just quite a few things that were particularly problematic for me, especially that last statement. So like I said, Alfonso Ribeiro is not feeling accepted by black people. Well, of course, black Twitter did not like that and didn't respond to that well. So they started up pulling up stuff on Alfonso Ribeiro. And apparently, I don't know when this happened. I don't know whether it was like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or however long ago it was. But there's also footage of Alfonso Ribeiro on stage with some white rock band. And he's bragging on how, yes, he's dated black women in the past, but every time he goes into a club, he comes out with a beautiful blonde-haired white woman, and the crowd goes crazy, and he's happy about that or whatever, These are my thoughts on Alfonso Ribeiro. First of all, I'm a live and let live type of a person, I believe, and I too believe in supporting people in living however they want to live. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not about, as a black person, begging anyone to accept me if you don't want to accept me, Because one thing about me, I will never go in spaces where I am merely tolerated. If you're not going to celebrate me, I don't want you. God bless you. You do it over there and I'll do it over here. So that's pretty much how I feel about Alfonso Ribeiro. As far as I'm concerned, he never really embraced us. He never really came around black people. You never really saw Alfonso Ribeiro, at the BET Awards, at the Source Awards, at the NAACP Image Awards. These are open ticket venues or whatever, And as far as him saying that black people don't support him, I think that's a bunch of bull. Okay? Let's look at the numbers now. You're talking about The Fresh Prince. Do you know how many black people watch The Fresh Prince? That television show would not have the success and the numbers it had if it were not for black audiences. Okay, so for him to make that statement is absolutely ridiculous, ludicrous, and outright asinine. Black people have always supported the Fresh Prince, and we actually supported him. I remember Alfonso Ribeiro back in the day when he first made his debut on the scene, dancing with Michael Jackson. Remember that? Y'all remember when he was a little kid? Michael Jackson put him on. We supported him then. I remember, we watching Alfonso saying like, wow, look at this cute little kid, dressed like Michael Jackson. Had his little curl and everything and doing the Michael Jackson moves. So I don't understand where and how Alfonso Ribeiro would ever say that black people have never supported him. That's a bunch of bull, I mean, Alfonso, if you want to be with white women and you don't want to deal with black people, just say that. Just say that. But please don't try to conflate the issues and try to say that black people don't support you because you want to feel comfortable with your white wife. I don't care that you have a white woman. Have a white wife. I have friends that are in interracial relationships. I got a friend right now. She just told me that she was in an interracial relationship, and I still love her. I don't love her any less. We don't care. But if you just want to be with your white woman, just say that. But don't put that on us saying that we don't support you. Now, we can say, turn it around and say the same about you, because as far as I'm concerned, you never really supported black people or black causes. When was your last tweet about Black Lives Matter? Or anything black that's concerning what we're going through right now? I mean, like, seriously, if you want to have that conversation, Alfonso Ribeiro, let's have that conversation. You don't support us. But I digress. So anyway, guys, what do you think? Do any of you guys, do you support Alfonso Ribeiro? What are your feelings down there? You know, I mean, I really, seriously, let's have some conversations. Y'all talk to me down in the comment section. And if another person comes to me and say, oh, Jay, I support your channel, but I'm too scared to make a comment. No, guys, seriously. Let me tell you something. This is off subject now. Forget Alfonso Ribeiro. Look, take that picture down. Look. And first of all, I just want to say to all of my subscribers, you guys, I love you guys. I support you. I see you down in the comment section. You know, I see you when you hit like on the videos or whatever. Say something to me. That the YouTube algorithms, they pick all this stuff up. When you hit a thumbs up, that gives a YouTuber support. It lets the algorithms know that, you know what, okay, this video is having some actual engagement, and it'll be able to shoot my video out to other people so they'll be able to see it, and I can get more views and more subscribers, okay? So please engage with me. Talk to me. Hit the thumbs up. Trust me. Stop acting so shy saying that, oh, I'm afraid to say something. No, I need you to talk to me. Seriously, it does help. So hit that thumbs up, all right? Whew, y'all got me in here fussing now. I didn't even want to do that, but anyway. Look, guys, that's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at jaysworld.tv. That's JAISWORLD.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. And what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hit the thumbs up. Talk to me down in the comments. Peace.